ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel, Great Taz Gaming, and we got another game review today. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell from occasional to always to get instant notification of any new reviews, game replays, and guides. So let's get on with this. Today we're going to do Stellaris. Now, Stellaris was suggested to me by a friend that played World of Tanks. I'd like to consider him a friend. And I really just kind of put it off for a long time. And as of recently, the record date of this is the 10th of July, 2019. So I would say at least 2 years ago, if not 3. And he suggested, we talked about a lot of different type of games that we like to play and stuff like that. And he said, I think you'll really like this game. And honestly, I really do. Now, this is to put it into everyone gets, this is a space pausable real-time strategy game. By that means that it's not like your normal World of Warcraft or Warcraft and Command and Conquer type of games. It kind of has somewhat of a kind of turn-based feel to it with the pausability. So you don't need to have a long-term basic, you don't have to be quick on the keys, like in that and StarCraft and stuff like this. So you could pause it. Now, in the multiplayer version, I don't know how that works. I haven't tried it. I haven't got a chance to get up with my friend to actually test any of the multiplayer capabilities yet. So, I may do a follow-up review on Stellaris. This is multiplayer. Now, next thing to state is that this is with all current available downloadable content from Steam. I will put a link in the description to the Steam. This is, like I said, with all current downloadable content, and this is version Wolf, which is 2.3.2. All right, so let's get on with the game. All right, of course you have everything normal. This is your opening screen. You got your new games here, your multiplayer. You can load a game, credits, settings, and of course exit. Now, we're going to go ahead and go right into a new game. All right. And with a new game, this is what I like to do with all my reviews. I like to actually put some gameplay of me playing the game in it, so it shows you somewhat, how the game is played. Now, there are, just to start, multiple nations. You have humanoids, which are humans, another type of human starting. These are all starters that you can start with from all the downloadable content. You got an Avarian, and each thing is a little different, okay? Now, you got, we'll go look at this guy here. They're a mega corporation, holds an election every 20 years. They elect a new, a ruler, so they're corporate. They're private prospectors. Building better worlds is hazardous works, but this mega corporation relies on private prospectors to chart and establish footholds in promising lands. Effects, it unlocks ship type, private colony ship, administrative capacity plus 10. Alright, which is cool. Ruthless competition. All levels of society in the mega corporation are consistently vying with each other in ruthless competition. It's a dog-eat-dog world. That means the leader cap is plus 1 and the leader experience game is plus 10. This group is militaristic. They can use the no retreat war doctrine, which the modifier includes a negative. The claim influence cost is -10, and the ship rate fire is +10. All right, and they're a fanatic materialist, allows academic privilege using living standards, can't use AI outlawed policy, can't use robot workers outlawed policy. So you can build robot workers to help do some of your stuff to help your populations grow. And they look like this Earth custodianship icon here. So you can do that. Now, you can also go through and create a completely new one. I have not done this. And as you can see, there's so many here just to start with. I've only played humans, and that's the representative democracy here, the United Nations of Earth, which start on Earth, and then you got your Commonwealth of Man, which is a dictatorship. So, you know, they each have different starting things. Now, there'll be a lot of different things, like this is another humanoid, but they're not humans. You got different reptilians. You even got machines, robots. Like this one is a high machine intelligence. Leaders are immortal. Machine pops do not grow, but they're built non-machines. Pops must be assimilated, enslaved, or purged. Have access to special machine technologies. Cannot research robot technologies. Cannot follow psychic, biologically, or synthetic ascension paths. So extra pops when establishing colonies, and mining station outputs are more. You know, they're determined exterminators. They're basically the Borg. They really is what they are, is the Borg. There's some other ones. Again, these are more robots. There's a bunch of pluses and minuses here. They each have, their leaders have abilities. So, you know, and a big thing about machines is it's kind of somewhat of a broken point, apparently, is their have abilities 200% on everything. So, there's a couple people out there that do some really good reviews. I will put up here in the upper right hand corner. I will put link or little thing to the person I've been watching the most to learn from this. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with this one. All right, so here we go. All right, here we have the game details, how you can set up your game however you want. There's a lot of different things. The biggest thing is your galaxy size, your galaxy shape, your difficulty, and whether you're going to play in Iron Man mode or not. Iron Man mode is the only mode that you can actually use to get achievements in the game. So that's what we're going to do. And let's get this on. The rest of the stuff you can read over at a different point in time, and that will give you more information. I could actually sit here and read each individual thing off to you, and I could end up spending 5 minutes. Bulky population housing usage is up 10%, and uncanny amenities from jobs is minus 20%. But robots aren't affected by happiness. They don't need consumers, and they don't need food. Now, a little bit about the game before we get here. As you can see, it's paused. We have a bar over here, our nav bar, and this has all our different things in it. Our contacts, situation logs. We have no contacts at this point in time, so that's our situation log. We have no situations at this time. You know, our market. We do have some stuff, but we don't want to be selling it because we're just starting as we produce. Planet sectors, expansion planner. This is our policies, our edicts, our traditions, and relics. You earn all this stuff through getting Unity. Your ship designers. Now, this is really cool because you can build your own ships. Like this is auto, and this is auto best. Now, I can go in here and I can create different designs. We're going to do a Corvette. The section is going to be we're going to use a missile boat because this the auto best is a picket. Now we're going to put nuclear missiles on here. We're going to put and now there's different types of damage, like this is shield damage and armor damage. This does shield penetration and hull damage. And this does shield damage and less armor damage. So we got this penetration shield. So we don't really need that. And we'll just go with the laser. Now these are different drives. None of these are upgradable currently. And this is your extra stuff. So deflectors. These are your shields. And these are your armors. And this is extra bonus stuff like reactors. We really don't need to put this on here, but we can for now. And then we'll call it the black missile. And we'll save that one. Now we'll go back in here and we'll make another Corvette. We got the Zepto, which is an interceptor. Alright. We'll go ahead and make a new one, a new Corvette, and we'll get a picket ship. And each one has its own special ability. Like, let's see, the flak, less armor damage, less armor damage. These are more of a point defense. We'll go with this one. And we'll mix it up a little bit. And because we can. Yeah, we'll go with the Desi. I like that one. And then you can also do the same thing for your defense platforms. You can change them up and build them up and stuff like that. So there's a little bit about the shipbuilding. Now your fleet manager allows you to create fleets and modify them and add new ships to them. All right. Ships cost that resource. And your species, your leaders here. Your claims when you have come up against enemy empires and you want to just claim victories, and your factions if you have any, but we'll never have any. So now these are your resources. This is your primary money. This is your primary minerals. Your food. Consumer resources aren't used by robots. Either are food as of yet. Your alloys are used to build ships and star bases. This is your influence. You can get this through different means, and it allows you to build star bases and stuff like that. Unity allows you to get your traditions here, relics you find. This is your resource or research. These are special resources or strategic resources. Your empire sprawl. Your number of galaxy or systems, colonies, your population. This is your starbase capacity, your naval capacity. Now your outliner has a list of basically everything you have on it. And then as you can see here, you're zoomable out and you can actually go really close in here. Now, I'm not sure if there's a way to remove these. I haven't figured that out. But, as you can see, you can get really close. And it gets pretty decent in volume. And you can go up and down. And you can also do this in the galaxy map. Now, this is your government view. These are already, just like in most our real-time strategy games, these are this. These are your hotkeys to get different ships. Now this is your research. So we're going to start with, now this here means that they have a research capability more in that area. So we're going to go with that. We don't worry about farmers right now. We'll go with better research. And we could get this, but we're going to go with the research also. Actually, we're going to go back here and change this, and we're going to go to research to help speed up our research. All right. Now, your starting system is mostly done. As you can see, everything that's in green is already built. The stuff that is in white can be gotten. Now, we're going to zoom out here. This is our galaxy, all right? As you can see, it's quite big, even for a medium. Now, the hyperlanes are the white lines. The star systems are the dots, of course. And the ones that are lit up are the ones you already know. Now, this is where your science ships, like this thing, comes into effect. And we can do this. Now, there's some great keys that you want to learn through this, like Control Shift. We'll add new. We'll Shift. You can create a list of things for things to do. So we're going to hit this, hit Shift. We're going to have him do this, 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 here, and then go here. All right. Now, I missed one here. Now, I can hit Control Shift, and I can go that, and he'll go there first. So we're going to have one go through here. We're going to go this way because it's towards the edge, and we want to expand one way real quick, and we'll do that. Now, I have a shipyard here that allows me to build ships. These are things that are already shipyard. These things are called different because I've only played the humans, so I'm trying to look at what's the differences and stuff like that. All right, you have your defensive, which is your defense platforms. Can't build it because we're lacking basically the alloys. And your shipyard. Can't build a colony ship because we're lacking that also. But we can build another science ship and or more corvettes. So we're going to go with another science ship so we can explore quicker. Now you got your construction ship here and a science ship here. It hasn't been built yet. This says the fleet can already be upgraded from a Zepto class to something else. We're just going to leave that alone. Now it can still be upgraded. Now this is your planet stuff. Now here is your districts. These are your housing. This is your energy credits, how you get energy credits. This is your mining districts, of course, how do you get minerals. And this is food. Now, I don't need any of these, but I will build one so I can start building up a food supply so that when I get into meeting other races, I can use food as a trading item. And basically make them want to, and get technology and stuff from them. These are decisions. These are different things you can do. These are all different depending on the race you are playing. So we don't want to do any of this because we're spending influence and we want to save our influence currently. And then you can see your population. These drop downs will show you different populations. And these are your basic workers, your menial drones. So these are your complex or specialties. These are your basic workers. These are shows you assembling. You don't have any growth because it has no organics on it, and there's nothing declining. All right. This is your armies, and you can get leaders in through here too. So now, since we just got another science ship, we're going to need another leader. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We've got another science ship coming along, and we're going to look at what leaders we have here. Now you can switch leaders around as you go. This one's only 3 years. This one's 2 years. They're immortal, so it doesn't matter. And age, you just want to mix this up a little bit, especially with the robots. And we'll get that one, and they'll be available. Now we're going to unpause this and let it go. You have your different speeds. You can go slow, super slow, slow, normal, fast, and then you're super fast. I normally play in fast because it speeds things up and allows things to go a little bit quicker. All right, and as you can see, things are building up here once again, which is good. All right, and it takes a little time for, especially in the start portion, to actually get some of this stuff. So we're going to, complete. As you can see, we got our construction queue in our starbase, which means our other science ship. We're going to pause this real quick. We're going to set add our leader, and then we're going to have him go this way. And we'll put it out to the max, and we'll just kind of go in a circular pattern with him around and then move it on. Now, again, like I said, this game takes a little bit. So there's a lot to it. I mean, as you can already see, somewhat see. Now, we haven't ran into any of the
surface variable detected.
All right. Now, this is something you actually run into wrong. Sometimes you want to just allow these to go by, especially if they're challenging at first. It takes a lot of time, and you want to explore real quick. You can always build another science ship later and have someone else come behind and do all the researching. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this be for now and continue on. And as you can see, we zoom in, and we can still see things here. Now, we didn't do anything with our fleet. We don't want to do anything with that. But our construction ship in the space, we can go here, and we can right-click, and we can build mining stations. We have enough. We don't need to worry about the research stations. And the mining stations is going to give us minerals, and it's going to give us more credits, which we want to do. Now, if you go into the system, and you come like to here, you can build a mining station, and it's tell you its up cost. Now, basically building this mining station and then building the other mining station in base is going to use up this whole thing, because it just is, which is no big deal. We're going to go ahead and do it anyways, so we might as well build that one. Now, let's see if we can find that other one. Hit and hold shift and build that one so we get more minerals. And we allowed our construction ship to go ahead and build that. And as you can see, there they go. Off they go. And it shows you where, actually, somewhat of a graphic of where they're going to go. What it's going to build. This little space station that's going to use the get the credits. So it's building a mining space station on top of that right there. Now here's our basic attack fleet. We have nothing in there. We could upgrade this fleet if we have the cost. It's going to cost 15, so we might as well. All right.
Ship augmentations completed.
And that was quick. Again, I'm on a faster move speed. And because we...
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Well, let's see what that is. That's another challenging. We'll just leave that one be also, and we'll come back to it. Now, we're going to... don't really need to, but we're going to add a couple ships. Now, the Zepto is the one we have already, so let's build one of these and increase the size of our... here we have some habitable planets. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Quibus 1. They're scientists. Now, these are things that happen. Yep. Cool. And this gives us a minor artifact. So, this is something...
Situation log adjusted.
Alright, now we have a situation log. Now it tells us there's one of... It's kind of like missions. This is things you could do throughout the game. Also, you can see your anomalies that are in here. That one's challenging. That one's challenging by the level. And then your victory conditions currently. I am 4th out of all the races. We don't know how many there is right now. So, here you can see how this is going. Alright. And we'll come back to this in a little bit, and we'll show you some further down portions of the game. Alright, we're back here for momentarily. Alright, and as you can see, I got my science ships out building. Now we're going to expand our territory, and that's done through your construction ship. Alright, we're going to come into here, and we're going to build a starbase outport. And basically, it's just an outpost. It's not an actual starbase yet. So it just allows you to expand your territory. So that's how you expand your territory. Now, as you can see here, you can press and hold your Alt key, and you can see different things like your research anomalies that need to be done, what you can get from a system. And as you can see here, we got Med Kadash. Only has some social research. Right now, we got some credits in Kerberos, and minerals. Credits and minerals in Tibor. Palomar is not done yet. Berarius, which I'm going to go expand into, has just some energy credits. Now, you got to watch your energy credits and stuff like that because you want these to increase. Because if once you get into the negatives, then you will have a real issue. Things will start falling apart. So that is basically how you do your expansion. We'll allow this to move on and let go. And in systems you research that you have, if you hit Alt, it'll show you everything. Oh, cool. New archaeological site. And we got some Unity. We already went with Discovery, which allows to get Discovery, allows anomalies to be researched faster. So we can go ahead and go through Discovery, continue each one of these things. Gives you different abilities, but it's like a little tree, so you have to go down through it. So we want to increase the speed that we're discovering in right now, because that's what we're kind of in the beginning of the game. We're in Discovery. Now you can go with expansion, but we're not really expanding yet. So we're still discovering. Supremacy is more, to me, is a little bit more mid-tier. So is Prosperity. Prosperity might be good to early to mid-game. Versatility might be also if you want to grow faster. Domination is will help you clear your blockers quicker. And this helps with upkeep. And all depending on each race that you pick will depends on... These things are a little bit different. But we're going to go with another Discovery to help increase the speed of that. Now, we just got a archaeological site here that we can go ahead and dig at if we wish, but we have to send a scientist there to do it. This just allows you to get some relics and stuff, which are good in down the road. So we're going to take another quick momentarily break. As you can see, we started building some stuff. We're clearing some blockers, which you can do through here. Or if you're on like one of these, you have a clear blocker here. Now, like I said, I don't need agriculture. I built another Nexus district, so I had more population. But it also gives... a tech drone job, a maintenance drone job, and housing. So it gives me 2 jobs and 5 housing. So I needed some housing because I was down to 0. So I don't need agriculture right now. I will keep probably 1 on each planet just so I can get a little bit of food to trade in the future. All right. And we'll be back shortly with a little bit to give you a little bit more. We're only in our 3rd year of the game. So we'll give you a little bit more information in further out. And here we go again. All right, as you can see, adding, as I said, I'd come back and do a little bit more add on to this review. As you can see, now we're 9 years into, almost 10 years into the game. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different things going on here. We have expanded our area. We have this archaeological site, which now we have this guy who can actually... increase the discovery speed. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to hit Control Shift, and we're going to right click here, and then we're going to have excavate the site. Nope, that's not what we want to do. So we're going to Shift, we're going to have him do that. Come here. We wanted to have him do it after he gets done with these. So turn that off. Close it out, do this, and then we come over here and do Shift, right click, excavate the site, and that'll add it into the queue. Alright, and you can see there's other research anomalies. I got another research ship, research number 3, and it's going around picking up the anomalies. My second one is still going around and survey, and as you can see, my construction ship here also has its own little queue of stuff it's working on. It just got to this system here. Now, you can build in any system that you have explored. All right. So as you can see here, we're going to right click, but it costs more. There's 105 unity or 105 influence and 150 alloys. Now, if we come here and do the same thing, it's going to be the same alloys, but the influence is going to be less. So you kind of want to build out as you're going. You don't want to try to skip systems. Like this one originally didn't have anything in it, but it has some mining capabilities after doing the research that was in the system. And as you can see, here's multiple green planets. That means they're habitable planets. Now, each planet has a different size, which means the number of little, let's go into a number of districts it can have. So this can have 9 more districts. It's a size 20 planet. We can have, it has 9 free districts left. So I can have a total of 20 districts. Now, we have enough currently to actually colonize another world. All right. So we got to colonize another world. We have what we need to build a colony ship. You can do that through here, or you can come through the shipyard. And you can see this will tell you what you need. You need 400. For this, you need basically 400 alloys because you don't need food and you don't need consumer goods as robots. So we're going to go ahead and find this 22. Not the one we wanted. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and go over and colonize it. Now, it's not going to be a good mining world or a good credit world. It's somewhat going to be a decent agricultural world, and we're not really looking into agricultural worlds, especially early game for us robots. This one's not going to be very good at anything either. Well, this has an anomaly on it, but it's going to be a better mining and agricultural world. And then this one over here is going to be pretty much agricultural world. So we're not worried about that one right away. So we're going to go back over here to the 22, which is going to be basically an overall good world. We're going to click colonize. This shows you your impassable items that you have to sometimes have researches to learn how to fix. And this gives you shows you all your other planetary features, which is your districts. All right. So we're going to go ahead and call it Curbis Prime, just because that's what it is, and we're going to get that moving on. Now, it'll take a little while for this to be built, 360 days, I think it is. So it's basically 1 year for it to be built, and then we'll move on into building our colony out there. And really, for right now, we're going to move on, and I'll give you a little more tad bits here in a little bit, in a moment or two, with a little bit more gameplay even further in the year, and we'll do this once or twice, so you get an idea of how the game plays out with this review. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away from a moment. Stick around. We'll be right back. And here we are, 30 years into the game, and as you can see, at this point, we kind of got trapped into a corner of the galaxy. There's no way out of our corner whatsoever unless we research technologies that allow us to jump from system to system without using hyperlace space drives. Now, I've come in across 3 alien races who have trapped me in. 2 are diplomatic, and 1 is basically a hunter base. They hunt other alien races, and that's going to be a conflict. So to get out of this as the XT-489 eliminators, we kill all, so we're going to have to go to war. So at this point in this particular game is what I would be doing and going to be doing is basically building up attack forces so I can start slowly tearing these other alien races apart and destroying them. Now that'd be the a long-term goal of the game. As for right now, I'm just going to continue to play. But with that all being said, I'm going to roll this review up pretty much. Is the game worth it? Yes. The game is worth the money that you would pay for it. All right. And is it fun? If you don't mind games that you could actually lose time in. Now, I started this in an early morning, and I've got basically 3 hours into this game to get to this portion of where I'm at. So this game can really take up a lot of time. With that also being said, it's easy to lose track of time with this game, at least for me, just because games like this, civilization games, it's a really long game. It's not designed as a normal real-time strategy game where you can go through stages quickly and not have to worry about real long-term goals. You got short-term and, mid-term goals for each type of scenario. This is a really long-term game, so it takes a lot longer to get through a complete game. So yeah, if you like games that are long, take a lot of time, take some serious thought, I think this game would be right down the alley of what you're looking for. If you think, heck, I don't like long games like the Civilization series that take really long to complete a whole game, then no, this isn't going to be the game for you. If you're into a more action type game, definitely not the game for you. I mean, there can be some action in here, but the combat system is basically ships go in and fight each other. You have really no control over the combat system, so it just happens. Let's see, what else can I think of? It's a lot. It can be a lot of micromanaging, or you can set up sectors and have them sub-manage themselves. But that in turn will just, can be painful.
Construction complete.
And there's a lot of other things that can actually go on to this game that really requires more than, this little review. So, in ends of tales, what do I have to say? Well, here's my thought. Stellaris is a good game. It is worthwhile. And it's definitely a game I will continue to play. I currently have over 80 hours of gameplay in my Steam account right now. So I will probably continue playing this from time to time, along with playing my Civ games, Civ 5 and Civ 6 mainly, and playing other games like my Elite Dangerous series and World of Tanks from time to time. So, yep, I'm going to keep it. I like it. I thank the gentleman who suggested I get this. Yes, it is a good game. And I do probably will pick his brain from time to time on little things. And probably I will probably do some other micro updated reviews on this game as things come out and proceed and I learn more. Like I'll probably do a multiplayer review of the game. And I might do each little intricate, like machines and humans and reptilians. Each of the major type races and stuff like that. I would probably do some stuff on that where I can get into a little bit more detail once I play through a race's long-term game. All right, so. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm pretty sure this has gotten lengthy. I hope that you stuck around, and if you did, I thank you. With that also being said, if you did, please, if you like this review, give it a thumbs up. Click that like button. If you really didn't like this review, please, you know what to do. And if you have any comments, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. I'm looking for more subscribers. I would like to get this channel at one point in time up to the point of, yes, maybe I can monetize the channel and get some income from this. On top of that, if you wish to help me increase the amount of game reviews that I can do, I am Patreon funded. A link is in the description. Also, if you want to get into discussions on any video games or any video game suggestions that you might like to see me do a review of, you can leave a comment. But also you can do join my Discord, which also the link is in the description, and leave stuff there and get updates of my ongoings and stuff as that. With that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Great Taz. I'm signing off. I'm going to warp myself through a black hole. Well, maybe not. I'm going to continue on with this one. I also have a human save game, so this one's Iron Man. The human save is not Iron Man. And we're going to go from there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope to see you back here at Great Taz Gaming YouTube channel again soon.